who is your greatest friend in your horoscope, guys, and how to find out your strengths in your chart, right? So in this video, in an expansive manner, I'm going to explain to you that who is actually your friend, which is that planet upon whom you can rely upon always, who is going to support you, who is going to sail you through the ocean of life and help you overcome insurmountable situations. All right. So I had already made a video, and the video is who is your enemy, and I will post the link in the description, where through astrology you can find out that who are your actual enemies or what are your blockages and who is obstructing you. Okay. In a similar manner, today I'm going to explain to you how to find your strengths in astrology and who is actually your well-wisher or your greatest strength. Okay. Now, greatest strength can either be you yourself, or it can be your mother, or it can be some friend, some relative, or your career or your profession, whatever the case may be. All right. So if you want to know about this secret, and if you want to know the hidden potentials and strengths of your horoscope, then first you have to subscribe to Purabs Universe, guys, because only if you subscribe to Purabs Universe, you are gonna get access to such different content. And after watching this video in its entirety, if you have liked this video, please hit the like button, guys. If you have disliked this video, please hit the dislike button, doesn't matter, but show me your genuine reaction. So hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys are doing great, and I welcome you back to Purabs Universe. So in this video, we will consider certain planets, certain houses, and we will come to the eventual conclusion that who is your supports, what are your strengths, and who is not your support and what are not your strengths. All right. Not your strengths I have actually expansively covered in that video I was talking about, but here we will talk about the positive, because we cannot always be a pessimistic person, right? So the first friend of yours always in your horoscope is your Lagna Lord, guys. In English it is called ascendant Lord. Okay. So in the entire realm of your birth chart, one planet that controls the majority of things in your life, that controls your nature, your health, your personality, your confidence, your vitality, all the factors, that is you yourself, are the Lagna Lord. Okay. Now the greatest strength of your horoscope is you yourself, guys. Yes, guys. You are your greatest strength, and the Lagna Lord, the planet which rules your first house, becomes the most important aspect in your chart, and he is your best friend because you are your best friend. It is you who can make your life or break your life. It is you who can become successful or not so successful in life, and depending on the placement, dignity, strength and position of your Lagna Lord, the sign in which it is placed, whether it is strong or weak, it shows how good or bad your approach towards life and your self-improvement is. All right. So if your Lagna Lord is placed in the first house itself in the own sign, or if your Lagna Lord is placed in the Kendra Bhavas, that is the 1, 4, 7, 10 houses, first house, fourth house, seventh house, 10th house, then the Lagna gets strength, right? Because Kendras are pillars that support your horoscope. If your Lagna Lord is placed in the 5th house or the 9th house, in own sign or exaltation or a friendly sign, and aspected by benefics, then that is one of the best things that can happen in your chart. All right. If your Lagna Lord is good, then your decision making ability, the direction of your life, the way you approach situation, the way you confront people and situation in your life becomes stronger, because the Lagna Lord itself is you. And if you are steady, if you are stable, and if you are able to do the things in the right way, have you seen those people who have such high gravity? They know what they are doing, they know what they are talking, they take care of their health, their personality, and they are not nervous, they are not shy, and they keep shining wherever they go. All right. So these people are the people who have a strong Lagna Lord. All right. So if your Lagna Lord is placed in own sign or exaltation or in friendly sign in the 1st, 4th, 7th or 10th house, or the 5th and 9th house or the 11th house, then it is a very good yoga. Lagna Lord in the 2nd house is also decent. Lagna Lord in the 3rd house increases the efforts of life. So the challenges and efforts are increased, and you have to overcome problematic situation, because it's a upachaya house, it's a growing house. Now the next aspect is that, let's say that the Lagna Lord is weak, it is debilitated, or it is conjunct with malefics, you have got health issues, you have got some problems, okay. Then we have to count on the other two pillars of your horoscope, which can give you health, vitality and confidence. The fifth house, which is the house of Purva Punya, the house of intelligence, the house of learning, the house of mantras, luck, alright, all these things are controlled by the fifth house. And the ninth house, which is the Bhavat Bhavam, the future of the fifth house, so it is the most auspicious house, it is the blessings of the father, the guru, the divine, and the ninth house is also the amount of fortune that you are carrying in this life. They say fortune is something, if it shines upon you, then even if you are a donkey, you can become a king or an emperor, alright. So the ninth house is the game changer, where people who are not deserving also get a lot of things in their life because of their past life karmas, okay. Now if the fifth lord or the ninth lord is again placed in the first house, fourth house, seventh house, 10th house, or in the fifth house itself, or in the ninth house itself, in own sign, in friendly sign, in exaltation, in Mool Trikona, alright. So if they are strong, then they give a lot of strength to the horoscope, alright. A person with the fifth lord in the fifth house is so lucky that everything smoothly happens in his life, he gets luck and stardom. So most of the people who are into politics, who are celebrities or who are actors, being at the right place at the right time, getting the support and favor of luck, all these things happens when the fifth house is well placed. Fifth house is also speculation, lottery, gambling, mutual funds, stocks, all these things. So if the fifth house is well placed, fifth lord is well placed, then luck shines upon you, you win a lottery or you win a dream 11 contest or something like that. So that is a strong manifestation of the fifth house. Fifth house also gives you health. So if the Lagna Lord is compromised, then you have to strengthen the fifth house, alright. I am coming to the ninth house, alright. Now the ninth house is the house of divine blessings, the support and blessings of your ancestors, your guru, your teachers, alright. So let's consider this classic example that, let's say that you are a person who is good for nothing, okay, but your father is Mukesh Ambani, or your father is some Tata or Birla or somebody who is in high position, or a celebrity like let's say Shah Rukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan or something like that. So your ninth house is strong. So because the guru, the protection, the father, the teacher, they are protecting you, the God is protecting you, the fortune and destiny is protecting you, no matter whatever happens, like a phoenix you can rise from the ashes and you will always sail through your life smoothly, alright. So the fifth and the ninth house are strengths, alright, and if they are well placed, own sign, exaltation, placed in the first house, placed in the fourth house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, then absolutely you have got a strength, you have got a luck backing you up, and you will be able to overcome problematic situation in your life, alright. The next condition is that the Kendras are called the Vishnu Sthan. Vishnu is somebody who protects, who sustains, he is the sustainer. The sun during the afternoon is Vishnu, the sun in the morning is creating the day is Brahma, and the sun in the night who is transforming into darkness is Shiva, alright. So this Vishnu Sthan, the first house, the fourth house, the seventh house and the 10th house are Kendras, are pillars of your life. If the first house is compromised, if you don't have health, confidence and personality itself, all other things will suffer. If the fourth house is afflicted by malefics like Rahu, Saturn, Ketu, Mars, debilitated Sun, alright, malefic planets, then you will not have peace of mind, you will not have comforts, you will not have inner solitude, alright, you will not have home, you will not have the properties, and you have to struggle your entire life. So it is a very important pillar. So if you don't have a good house, if you don't have a good mother, if you don't have good nourishment care, then you won't be able to sustain properly in life, right? So the fourth house becomes very important. So the fourth lord placed in any of the Kendras or placed in the fifth and ninth house or aspected by benefics, functional benefics and fundamental benefics as well, makes the fourth Kendra strong. And if you have everything, let's say home, property, good mother, comforts, luxuries and things like that, cars, whatever you want, even if you don't work hard, still you will sustain because one of the Kendra is taken care of, alright. Now the seventh house is the house of your life partner, your business, your spouse, your relationships, your physical happiness, and the commitments that you do. All right, 7th house is also the house of war, but that is a different tangent altogether. But primarily the basic mundane fundamental representation of 7th house is this only. All right, now if the 7th lord is very strong, they say that fortune shines upon the man who has got a spouse who is so supportive that even she can pull that man away from death, like Savitri. All right, so even men can become like Savitri, and it can be the other way around also, that let's say a girl has a very good 7th house, the husband is so supportive and so encouraging that always there is some problem coming in the life of the girl, but the husband supports so much that she comes out of the problem. So it's a vice versa case. It is not only reserved to a man or a woman. Good life partner, good 7th house, the support is there always. The life partner is protecting you. The 1st and 7th house are always connected to each other because they are in a 180-degree axis. All right, planets, the houses that are in 180-degree axis is always connected to each other. All right. Then the 10th house. Now 10th house is the highest kendra or the highest quadrant. All right. So the 1st house is a low level kendra, the 4th house is the 1 level up, 7th house is 2 level up, and the 10th house is the highest kendra. So the 10th house is your personal achievements, your name, your fame, your profession, your career, your karma, the authority, the support from people who are in high position. All these things come from the 10th house. All right. Now if you are hardworking, if you go out and if you do something mention worthy in life, something like a public person, a politician, or an industrialist who is giving nourishment and support to a lot of families, because the employees sustain, the families also sustain. Something like, let's say, the owner of Tata, who is running such a huge industrial organization. How many families are getting benefited because of the organization, right? So the 10th house is that system, that structure, that level, the highest level of government, the central government. All these things are the 10th house. 10th lord in 10th house, 10th lord exalted, 10th lord in other kendras, 10th lord in the 5th and 9th house. Amazing combination for high level of achievements. All right. So this also becomes one of your strength. All right. We have spoken about the Lagna lord, then we have spoken about the 5th and 9th lord, then we have covered the kendras, the 1, 4, 7, 10. Now we will take it one level further. So we will give an example. Okay. Let's say that Rahu is placed in the sign of Sagittarius. All right. Rahu is debilitated and Rahu is a malefic planet, and Rahu also shows venom like Saturn because it represents serpents. All right. So Rahu is in the 9th house and Rahu is afflicting the Bhagya. All right. But if the 9th lord Jupiter is exalted in the 4th house in the sign of Cancer in a Kendra, so whenever a planet gets exalted in a Kendra, it creates a Pancha Mahapurush Yoga. In this case, it is creating Hamsa Yoga. Okay. So when benefics become dispositor of malefics, then the malefics don't harm much. So in your horoscope, let's say you have got a bad Saturn, debilitated Saturn, or you have got a debilitated Rahu, or debilitated Ketu, or debilitated Mars, or whatever. Okay. But if the dispositor of that particular malefic planet is a benefic planet and it is in a Kendra or in a Trikona and it is in exaltation, then this is a boon, a blessing in disguise, because X person is a dacoit, but that dacoit comes in connection with a divine soul like Gautam Buddha, Angulimal, and then he becomes a saint, all right, or he becomes a spiritual person and he gets absolved from the sins and he starts a new life, all right. So that is how whenever benefic planets becomes the dispositor of a malefic planet, then the malefic doesn't remain that malefic as it is supposed to be, all right. And the next thing is that there is a particular yoga called Dharma Karmadipati Raja Yoga. Okay. What is Dharma? Dharma is the 9th house. What is Karma? Karma is the 10th house. Okay. Who is the 9th lord or the 9th house? God himself, Guru himself, the divine blessing himself. All right. Who is the 10th house or the 10th lord? The karma individually that you are going to do in your life and the highest level of achievements that you are going to do. Okay. Whenever there is a connection between the 9th lord and the 10th lord, that is, if the 9th lord and the 10th lord gets conjunct with each other, or the 9th lord or the 10th lord aspects each other, all right, or there is a parivartan yoga between the 9th lord and the 10th lord, or there is a nakshatra parivartan between them, 9th and the 10th lord, then it creates the greatest Raj Yoga, which is called Dharma Karmadipati Raj Yoga, which means that the Dharma or the God or the Creator is influencing your karma and is taking you towards the right direction. All right. So that is the highest strength that can be possible. Okay. And the next strength in your horoscope is that it doesn't matter if a planet is negatively placed in the 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, malefic in nature, functional malefic, whatever the case may be. But primarily Jupiter and Venus, these two are gurus. One is a Deva Guru, Brihaspati is a Deva Guru, and Shukra is a Asura Guru. Alright. Now, if Jupiter or Venus cast their aspect on these malefics, even though they are placed in the 6th, 8th, or 12th, or if Jupiter or Venus are conjunct with the malefics, they take out at least 40 to 45% of the problems that the malefics are trying to create. Because when the Guru comes, all the problems are taken care of and you get the right guidance and the right path. Alright. So, open your horoscope, look at these combinations and conjunctions and aspects and placements and see if your Lagna Lord or the Lord of the first 4, 7, 10, that is the Kendra Bhavas, or the Lord of the 5th or 9th house are placed in own sign or in exaltation or in a friendly sign, in a Kendra or a Trikona or the 11th house, then it is an absolute strength and you can rely on those aspects of your life. Alright. Now, if the first Lord is in the first house itself, that means you have to rely upon yourself and you have to listen to yourself, and by doing that, you will be in the right direction of your life. Now, if the 9th Lord is conjunct with the debilitated first Lord, then you have to always seek the guidance of Guru in taking decision making. Now, if the first Lord is debilitated in the 4th house, but the 4th Lord is placed in the 4th house itself and conjunct with the first Lord, that means the mother will be the influencing factor, and whatever weakness and negativity is there, the mother is going to balance it. If the 5th Lord is exalted, alright, in the first house and the first Lord is in bad dignity, you have become weak in the chart, but your first child or your students will shine so much that they will give you that light and they will give you that support. Okay. If the 11th Lord is exalted in a Kendra, but your Lagna Lord is placed in the 6th, 8th, 12th or a negative houses, then either your elder sibling or your network or your connections will always come in support of you and they will bail you out from problems. Alright. So this is what I wanted to convey. Who is your greatest friend? Come find out. Open your chart and see and find out these combinations. And once you find your strength in astrology, then you can thank me later. Alright. So that's it for today, guys. This is Purab signing off from Purabs Universe. Take care of yourself. Take care of the elderly people and the stray animals. I love you all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Adios.